Hey guys, Erin Wester here. So it is almost 9:30 at night. Monday nights I usually like to do some kind of post talking about coaching, talking about um, really some objections that I hear most often about becoming a Beachbody coach. So today is my 7-day anniversary as a Beachbody coach. I have been doing this for 7 years, which is crazy. So I signed up June 19th, 2010, and I signed up originally to get a discount on my Shakeology and to um, make some money. I was graduating with my master's degree from a private college. I was looking at $100,000 in student loan debt. I was really worried about being able to find a job. So I became a coach to help me pay my bills, basically, because I was going to grad school. I was a single parent. I was working at Starbucks. I was deeply in debt, and I knew that upon graduation, I was going to be even more in debt because I went to a private college to get my master's degree. Probably a huge mistake, but that is originally why I became a coach. And I never really thought about not having time because I knew I would make the time. I wasn't technically working full time, I was going to school full time. I had a kid, I was working part time. So, the time to do this didn't really cross my mind. I put in tons of effort and tons of work in the beginning, but since then I've learned that putting in tons of time doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful. I mean, that could be in any kind of home business. It doesn't necessarily have to be Beachbody coaching. It could be any business. I'm not, I don't care what business you're in. I'm here to help people get time freedom, financial freedom, and also lose weight. So I don't care if you join my business. I just want to help people. And, I used to think there was a time that I didn't think I had the time to coach. So I'd been coaching about a year and a half. I'd reached my goal weight. I was a diamond coach. I really didn't. I thought in my mind, I don't have time for this. It's not worth it. I'm not going to put the time in. So I quit working my business, and my business fell. My business faltered down to emerald. I went from making 300 to 400 bucks a week without even trying, to still not even trying and making about 150 bucks a week, 100 bucks, give or take. So, I let my business fall for about 3 years. I didn't do anything. And then me and my husband went on the Beachbody Success Club trip, and we went on that for our honeymoon. We got married in March 2014, and we went on this trip for our honeymoon. We didn't have any intention of really talking to any coaches, really doing any of the Beachbody things. We had no intention of doing any of that stuff. And that light right there is really bugging me. But well. So, we had that we were just going to go on vacation, whatever. We were just regular Beachbody coaches, not really working the business, doing it for the discount, discount coach. But when we were there, we realized what this business could really do. You could say then I really didn't have the time. We were buying a house. I was working. We just gotten married. We were saving monies to do renovations on a house. Even in the very beginning, we were looking for a house because we didn't even move into this house till that July. But, being on that trip, I had seen people were making six figures. People were, themselves and their spouse were home. They were with their kids. Were making six figures. They had financial freedom. They could do whatever they wanted. They went on multiple free trips every year. And, I still had tons of debt at that point and student loan debt. And it's like, why the heck not? I built this business before. Why can't I do it again? But again, I was the poster child for not having time. We were trying to get pregnant, I had literally no time. But when I really sat down with my coach, Barbie, and really talked about my schedule and what I could really do, I made the time. If you want it bad enough, you're going to make the time to do it. It's going to be that case with anything. So I built that business from making $150 a week to making about $700 a week in about 10 weeks. I know, that's insane. So I built the business from an emerald coach to a 1-star diamond coach in 10 weeks, tripling my income in 10 weeks. I signed one coach every week, and this was when I literally had no time. I put in an hour a day, and 2 hours on Saturday and 2 hours on Sunday. So I literally put in 10 hours a week. That's it. And I built the business to almost what I was making as a social worker at the time. And that was being crazy busy, having a kid, having a husband, having friends, having family, still working on my own fitness journey, still doing food prep, still eating healthy and feeding my family healthy food. And, I only did it because I really, really wanted it. And, sometimes I struggle now, and I struggle because I've been through lots of loss. I got to stay home with my daughter for 18 months, which is amazing. But, the student loan debt just looms over your head and makes you crazy and really makes you focus on a part of the business that's not pretty. The part that you're worried about how much money you're making, and you're having to count on what other people are doing. And, if you are really in this for the right reason, the money stuff is just going to fall in place. Because when I was doing this for the right reasons, when I do this for the right reasons, it all just falls into place. I reach goals, I pay off debt, I make a difference in people's lives, and that's when you're focusing on why you're doing this. And it makes it easier to give up watching 3 hours of Netflix a night. It makes it easy to give up doing things that just are time wasters. So you really have to prioritize your time. For me, I get up early. I used to hate getting up early. For me, I get up at 5:30. I get my workout done in the morning. I talk to 5 to 10 people in the morning before my kids are even up. I'm ready for work. That is what I've had to do. Then I go to work. I'm a supervisor. I cannot be on my phone when I'm at work. So for those 8 hours I'm at work, I am not on social media. I'll be honest, I schedule posts. I do. I schedule a lot of my posts. Obviously, I put a lot of thought into them. When I write them the night before, like tonight, I will schedule my post for tomorrow. But that's what I have to do, because I can't be on social media while I'm at work. I just can't, because I'm a supervisor. And what do I do on my commute? I listen to my personal development, because that was a huge part of my success, is working on myself, working on my mindset, working on bettering me. Because I've struggled with emotional eating, I've struggled with depression, I've struggled with anxiety, I've struggled from addiction, I've struggled with domestic violence. I lost a child. I've been through lots of hard crap in my life. So personal development is something I need to do. It's something I've always needed. Just because I have tons of crap going on in my head. So I need to process it. So that is a huge part of my day. I actually do read 10 pages of personal development in the morning after my workout, as well as listening to in 45 minutes each way. So an hour and a half of personal development in my car, podcasts, training calls, because I don't always get on my team's training calls. So I listen to them. I listen to recordings. Same thing with the National Wake Up Call for Beachbody. I have to listen to that recording too. I'm at work. I can't listen to it. So it's a lot of just really prioritizing your time, but I get home at 5:30. You know what? Those next 3 hours are for my kids. I'm not on my phone. I'm not working my business. We may watch a little bit of TV, but that time is for my kids, for my family. I cook dinner. We sit down and have dinner together. No devices at dinner, no TV on at dinner. We sit around and talk about our day and connect. And that is something that I've missed in the past. And, my business is stable. It's really not really growing super fast right now. And I'm okay with that, because my kids are still little and Alex is not in school and it's summer. So, you have to think about where you are, what you want your goals to be. If it's longevity, you're going to want to build it slower. But, I do my half hour of work in the morning, doing my 5 to 10 invites, 5 to 10 people to talk to. And then, my kids go to bed at 8:30. I am doing my second workout. My morning workout is to get me going. It's fun. I usually do some kind of dancey type workout, country heat, size, something fun like that is done in the morning. And then at night is when I push. So for me, it's Sean Week. This is something new that I've been doing. So Sean Week is really what I've been doing, and I'm in love with Sean Week. After Sean Week, we are going to do Insanity Max 30, me and my husband. We are Shanti fanatics, and that's what we're gonna do. He doesn't like to get up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning and work out, so that workout is for me. That's my time just to decompress and to get ready for my day. So the nighttime workout is when I push. I push. Then, I just get myself cleaned up enough. I don't wash my hair, I don't do anything. I just get cleaned up, and then it is work until 11 p.m. That is a good solid hour, 15 minutes, hour and a half of work. Be honest, that's what I have to do. And I can stay up till 11 o'clock at night. Technically, I'm usually up to 11:30 because it takes that amount of time for me to wind down. But yeah, I do get 6.5 hours of sleep during the week. That's true, I do. Saturdays I'm up fairly early, and Sundays is my day to sleep in. I mean, that's a day that I'll sleep till 9. But, that is what works for me. And everybody's got to find something that works for them. Then, at night, I put in my good solid hour and a half of work. I do my invites to my challenge groups and my coach boot camp. I do follow-ups. I have a list of probably over 1,000 people to follow up with, people that I've been building relationships with. But the first thing I do every night after my workout, after I get cleaned up, I sit down with some water. I connect. I meet new people. I try to connect with 5 new people a day. Building my network, finding people like me, finding people that have experienced loss, people that have experienced addiction, domestic violence, that have issues with emotional eating. That is what it's all about. I do free groups. I have my challenge groups. I have my 365-day group, which is just my customers that do Beachbody on demand. I do a lot of work. I give a lot back. I share a lot with my challengers, and that works for me. Sure, on the weekends, I do a little bit more work. Saturday mornings, I probably put in 2-3 hours. And in the afternoon, I do about hour of administration. So scheduling posts for my challenge groups, working on my motivational quotes for the week, really thinking about what content and what kind of things I want to share for the week, really getting whatever group I'm doing that week prepared. That's administrative stuff, checking in with my challengers, checking in with my team. And Sunday nights, I give my team a half hour of my time so I can do training every other week. And that works for me. I focus a lot on adding new people to my network, connecting with people, really getting to know my followers, because I think that's really important, because I want everybody here to know me personally, and I want to feel that I know you guys too. So I know what kind of things you want me to share, things like that. So, I went a little long tonight. I didn't really intend to, but, no matter what home business you're in, what home business you're thinking about, not having the time is really not true. You have to think about what you do in your day. How much time are you watching TV? How much time are you playing games on my phone? I've taken all the games off my phone, 100% off. I don't do that. It's a time waster. Yeah, I do enjoy TV, but I watch it with my family. There's a lot of TV shows I've stopped watching because, it's a time waster. I'm going to be honest. But that's just me. You have to be thinking about what you're willing to give up. For me, I'm not willing to give up time with my family. So it's TV, it's video games, it's things like that I give up. And that, a little bit of sleep, I give that up too. I used to think that I needed 8 hours of sleep. I don't. I do fine on 6.5 hours of sleep. Yeah, on the weekend I like to sleep in because I just like to sleep, but that's just me. So again, think about your priorities. Think about how fast you want to grow your business. Think about how much time you can realistically put in, because when you start, you're going to need to do training. You're going to need to learn. And that's something that I've been struggling with. I need to do some training, and I need to get that added in. So I'm sure focusing on the schedule, trying to figure out what works. So hope this was helpful. If there's anything you guys want me to cover in my nighttime tips that I've been doing after my nighttime workout, post them. I'd love to help. So I hope everybody has a fantastic Monday, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye.